Greetings, everyone. It's time for us to continue exploring Daea City. We can buy some spicy noodles over there, but we're going to hold off on that. Our first stop is actually here in this kitchen area. There's a songstone and a chest over there. Unfortunately, we don't really have any clues other than this note right here that has a 6 on it. That's telling you that there are 6 notes, and if you look out here, there's another note with an open circle that kind of looks very similar to that one. There are 6 of those notes throughout the underground that tell us the pattern into opening that songstone. However, we're not going to be handling that yet. We're actually going to come over here and talk to Bo.
I expected to see you here. The big city and its many tall buildings create ample opportunity for daring stunts. How can a free runner not be tempted? I've already traced a cool course through it all. Will you try my course? Like before, there's a prize in it if you succeed.
Yeah, let's try it.
Now we're talking. Let me set up the course.
And if I'm giving Bo a new voice, I apologize again.
Before we start, any questions?
No, I'm pretty familiar with this at this point, Bo.
Excellent.
We have 24 seconds.
On your mark, get set, go!
So, this one, you kind of have to start below just because of, well, where you actually start. But then you get to this ladder and jump on up, and now you can take an upper path. As a note, I recommend sprinting... Oh, no. That's bad. I might not make this now. Nope, I'm not going to make this. That roof is a pain. Let's try this again. Yeah, I don't know why, but sometimes Gail just does not want to land on that roof. I didn't mean to go to rules. I went to rules again. Okay, stop going into rules. There we go. We can actually start this again. Hopefully I won't fail to jump on the roof this time. But yeah, that roof up top is annoying. I don't know why Gail doesn't always want to grab onto it, but just for some reason she doesn't. Also, I'm running into a lot of things, so I cannot afford to make many mistakes right now. There we go. I got it. That's what I was trying to do the first time. And then get this one with just barely any time to spare.
Another fantastic display of skill and daring. The way you jump from building to building is truly the stuff of legend. Do continue to nourish that growing free-run spirit. And here, your reward, as promised.
And he gave us 50 Rin.
I'm sure someone was watching and felt inspired by your moves today. My job here is complete. I go now to stake out my next course.
Or the next course.
I'm thinking a quiet wheat farm in town.
So he will next be in Cosette, because we've already seen that's a quiet wheat farm in town. Also, hey, new kid. Wow, lady, you move and run so fast. My heart was pumping just from watching. If I could run as fast as you, I could escape my bullies easy. What's that? There's a martial arts instructor you think I should see? Perhaps it is time I learned to fight back. Okay, I'll do it. Thanks, lady. And now we have found a recruit that the master from last episode asked us to try to do. Also, hey, it's 2 of the Troubadour gang.
Our #1 fan.
We finally made it to Daea. I was hoping you could finally see us perform. But I'm afraid things have never been more dreadful.
We stayed and in. Next morning, Copete was gone. Didn't even leave a note.
Alto is taking her departure particularly hard. His feelings for her must have been more intense than we realized. I've never seen him so bummed.
He said he'd wait at the Fountain of Cupid until she returned.
The things we do for love.
Fight on, brother. We'll wait here until you come back to us.
So yeah, we're going to need to head on over to the Cupid Fountain again, but first, let's read this book. It's about Daea's fountains, and very specifically, I want to first read about King's fountains, because we need to find the King's mouth. The label King's Fountain can only be applied to 20 or so fountains commissioned by the first king of Daea. Of the 20, only 7 still remain. which is why it's ever so important that these fountains are preserved. The primary reason a fountain gets torn down is because its placement is far from ideal. As the city expanded, new streets needed to be paved and new buildings needed to be built. Many of the old fountains were in the way. They were torn down in favor of other city features, like community centers and infirmaries. Indeed, it's hard to argue for a fountain's value when a defensive guard tower seems much more important. And that is why the original founder of Daea Grand Inn is to be commended. Possessing property rights which encompass one of the king's fountains, the owner chose not to tear it down, but to feature it inside her inn as one of its attractions. A wise choice, since many of the tourists stay at Grand Inn today, citing the King's Fountain as one of their primary motivators. Preserving the fountain proved charitable as well as business savvy, which is good to know. Now let's take a look at this shooting fawn fountain. This fountain sports a statue of a flute-playing fawn, and it has a special feature. The fountain accepts songs. The way the tale is told, whenever the fountain hears a song, from its base erupts a handful of coins. The coins come from donations to the fountain. The coins settle at the water's base, then some kind of collection mechanism gathers them up. There they sit until the proper stimulus is received, a song. Some speculate that the fountain was built not to reward music, but to punish it. The original builder was a known recluse, and they claim he built it to dispel noisy city folk. By fronting as a fountain, the device would receive free ammunition from well-wishers. However, years of wear and tear have weakened the spring-loaded shooting mechanism, and what was once a hard pelt is now a limp underhand throw. Since the original builder has passed, we can only speculate about the fountain's true purpose. What's not up for speculation, however, is that time will eventually claim the fountain's inner mechanisms, and it will offer coins no more. So, see it before it goes, and remember, bring your flute! So there are two fountains we actually want to find. However, there's another thing we want in here. A sonic stone with an energy gem behind it. And there are apparently 6 clues to this one. Clue number 1. The password is composed of 7 musical notes. So we need to find all of these little notes around here, including this one over here, which is number 5. Green occurs between blue and yellow. So this is effectively a logic puzzle. Minus comes before plus. If you remember the colors of the notes, you'll be fine. The center is full for number 3. We have, I believe, 2 last clues. The ends are empty, and this last one up here, purple exists somewhere between blue and red. However, you compile all those together with your flute. I said it wrong. Hold on 1 second. There we go. Let's get this correct this time. It is this. Center at the end. So, I'm sorry, open. So, down, center, down, up, left, right, down. But we get ourselves an energy gem. Now, let's head on out from here. And actually, we're going to head on down here, because I need to get some Rin for our next stop. To do this, we're going to sell some of this knife krill, because over here is a new recycler. So you no longer need to go all the way to the road's checkpoint if you want to recycle stuff. Now, let's actually head into this, because this is the inn. We want to, do this just to get the checkpoint out of the way, but also, this is the King's Mouth. So, as the person at the start said, we need to donate 5 Rin here, and then 5 Rin to the fountain all the way back at the start. Before we do that, let's get this inn stay out of the way. Hi, welcome to Daea's Grand Inn. We have 2 styles of room available. There's an economical dorm room, and the more more premium deluxe suite with balcony access. What's your preference? So you can stay at either of these. They both count, so you don't have to stay at both. We'll choose the deluxe suite, though. Very good. Let me show you to your room. So these both count for fluffy pillow. However, staying at the deluxe room gives us two things. First off, we have a puff pastry over here, which is actually a pretty good healing item. But as they said, we have balcony access. And if we jump over here, we gain access to a heart rupee, which increases our maximum health. And this right here is that fawn fountain. We're not going to deal with it right now, but remember that it's here. You can now just go through the deluxe room and you can go back into that fountain area whenever you want. Next, however, we're actually going to go ahead... next we're going to... I'm sorry, I'm forgetting things. We need to go actually underneath the restaurant and head on to the right a little bit, because there is something over here. There is a piano player and this woman. Life has been going too well lately. I fear I'm not experiencing the full range of emotions. I would very much like to cry again. Give my tear ducts a good stretch. Can you tell the pianist to play a song that will accomplish such a task? Sure. Well, let's request a song. Sure. What would you like to hear? Well, she wants to cry, so let's go with a sad song. It's just a thing for a somber mood with a hopeful ending. And it's the song that we hear when Astrid is telling a somber tale. This does sound sad, but it's also exactly what I expected. I'm afraid this won't do. Nope, it won't do at all. Okay, well, we can't have him play another song while he's currently playing, so leave and come on back. Let's request a song for 5 Rand. Doesn't look like you have enough. Well, never mind that. What would you like to hear? So he is actually our next free service person. Let's go with an inspirational song. This song evokes quiet murmurs of a new journey. It's basically the Pancello theme and title theme. This song, it's beautiful. Like an angel gracing the water in a land yet unseen. I think it's coming. A tear! Did you see it? Oh, glory! Thank you for making this moment possible. Here, have this. One of my suitors gave it to me. Sweet fellow, but it's not something I'd wear. And we got ourselves a moonstone for helping her cry. Now that we're out of money, we're actually going to head back over to the Moonlight Ravine for a second to get our last free service. The ferryman at the Daea side of the ravine will give us a free ride. He says it's 10 Rand, but we only have one. Seems you're a little short. But just this once, I'll waive the fee. And he brings us all the way across. Ooh, I think I broke a new personal record. And with that, we have completed the not-for-profit badge. Find 3 people who will provide service, even if you're a little short on money. Alright, now let's get back to Daea, and we're actually going to talk to the master. So, we managed to recruit someone. Let's talk to him. Thanks for your recommendation. Thanks to your recommendation, I've formally begun my training. Hopefully this works. Before, I was bullied. Now, I am the bully. Master says I should repeat that over and over. I don't think that's a good idea.
Thank you for finding me a new student, and one with rich parents at that. As promised, I'll give you something. Remember, I never said it was money.
Instead, we get ourselves a moonstone, which I would argue actually is probably better than money. Now, let's start paying attention, because remember, I said that these signs tell us a song for the Songstone puzzle by the kitchen. So we have dash, and then over here, another dash. So dash dash, open circle. So dash dash open. And then down here is a dot. So dash dash dot. Another dot. So dash dash dot dot. And then right here is the last one in a full circle. So dash dash open dot dot close. Let's go and enter this into that songstone so that we can get our prize. What is our glorious prize over here? Dash dash open dot dot closed. We get some big raw meat, which I'll probably go turn into something. Gourmet fish fillet, and 102 Rin. So if you didn't have enough money to buy stuff such as the Deluxe Inn, you can do that right there. Now let me go ahead and cook some of this stuff, and then we're actually going to head on back towards the Cupid Fountain, because we need to actually help out the Troubadours. And there's Alto. Let's see what he has to say for himself. Our #1 fan. I presume you heard from my bandmates. It's true. Gobete left, and I've been down ever since. I've made donations to the fountain, but nothing's happened. Maybe I haven't given enough. Cupid, why do you forsake me? Well, let's make a donation of our own. Let's donate 50 Rin, because he says maybe he hasn't donated enough. I'm actually not sure if this will work with the 5 Rin or not, but the 50 Rin is the safer. And it's Melody! Hooray! Money! You threw this away, right? Finders keepers. Oh, Gail! It's great to see you again. After I left Atai's marketplace, I wandered to and fro. I want to dance, but I get too scared in front of crowds. In order to eat, I now scrape along by pillaging Cupid's donations. You poor soul. Yes, poor me. You look kind of run down yourself. I was moping about regarding an unrequited crush. But, you know, at least I had something to eat. I must sound like a spoiled brat. I realize that now. Maybe that's what Cupid was trying to show me. I shall return to my mates and apologize. Well, I'm glad I was of help, albeit indirectly. Maybe you could help each other, or the Troubadours need a dancer. Both of these lead to the same thing. That's a great idea. We are short one member. How about you throw your lot in with us? You mean it? I'm not sure if I'm any good. Well, maybe if I work with you, I can get over my stage fright. You'll do fine. We'll succeed or fail as a group. It's better to starve together than to starve alone, I always say. You're funny. Gail, please, come see us at Daea Square. We'll put on a show to remember. Well, you said come see them at Daea Square, and we just got the unlock notification. So, we're going to head on over towards Daea Square. But not without making a pit stop first at this King's Fountain. We donated to the first one, so let's donate to this one. There's something green in the water. We obtain an energy gem, one of the King's Emeralds. Did you find it? One of the King's Emeralds? Oh my! Whoever could have put that there? Tee-hee! I guess we can call this legend true. In honor of the first king, make sure to spread it around. Well, we can't really spread it around, but also, I'm going to make a pit stop here. I want to see if we can get ourselves a new pocket. Hi, welcome to Tailoring Tracy's. Another thing that means we don't have to go back to the Atai region for. I'm Tracy, and I can increase your inventory space by sewing an extra pocket on your clothes. Lady can never have enough pockets. You are correct. Increase inventory space. Great, let's see. I see you have a tailoring voucher. Not this time. I don't want to use this one yet. Very well. Classic Rin currency works for our transaction too. For your current level, you have little room left to add pockets. An increase will cost 100. I don't have enough yet. Okay. Well, we'll have to get some more Rin and deal with that later then. The reason I am holding off is eventually it costs 200 Rin per pocket, and that's really the best time to use those vouchers. Though, honestly, you could use it earlier because you can getting Rin's not too bad. Well, let's do this first. You might be thinking of another Tailoring Tracy's. Tailoring Tracy's is an international franchise. We have strict uniform guidelines. Psst, my real name's not actually Tracy, by the way. So, are you interested? You know what? Actually, after saying of how we can get Rin, let's use this voucher. Because technically that gives us 2 inventory slots. A new one added, and 1 freed up. So we now have 17 inventory slots, and we still have yet another voucher that we could use that I will use later. For now, let's go talk to the Troubadours. Actually, before we talk to the Troubadours, there's this alleyway that we can deal with. Because up there is a glowing pot and a mouse. Just get some mystery meat. Mystery meat's not the greatest anymore, but it still helps. But blast that open, and we can't jump up there. But as you probably surmised by my picking up the bomb, and the fact that this is what we do, it's... Moonstones, they care about physics. However, do not let it get blasted off of the map like that. So you're probably better off trying to aim it like this. There we go. Now we got that moonstone proper. And now we can actually go properly talk to the Troubadours. And look at them. They're singing and dancing. The group and I were discussing, and we all agreed, you should have this. Thanks for being our #1 supporter. And we get ourselves a heart rupee for all the effort we've put in. Wow, look at the crowd. We're a huge hit. We've never drawn so many people before. Melody's really reeling them in. In the end, I didn't meet Kubete again. But I'm okay. I just hope, wherever she is, she's happy. That's good. That's a good way to think about it. People really enjoy our music and dance fusion. It's so much less scary and more fun to perform it in a group. To think I would never have experienced this joy had I not left. And I wouldn't have left had it not been for you. Thank you, truly.
You're more than just a fan. You're like our manager.
As an honorary member, I think it's only fair that you get a 20% cut of what we make.
So here, have this.
And there's more where that came from if you come back in a bit. So yeah, now that we've completed their entire quest line, every so often if you come and talk to them, they'll give you 35 Rin, which is honestly kind of nice. Now, with all of that out of the way, it is time for us to finally head over this way to Daea Castle. A nice, ominous pan up. Pay no mention to the man in the red cloak who just zooped away. They're clearly not important.
Alright, you've seen my incredible laboratory. Now see what kind of authority one wields when one works directly for the king.
Huh. It doesn't look like they're letting him through. Is he groveling?
But I'm famous! Alright, I didn't want to have to play this card, but... Evil alien invaders are afoot, and if you don't let me through, the world could be doomed! Change the plans. These guards must be new, because they don't know who I am.
I think it's far worse than that. The castle may already be infiltrated by evil aliens. Or even worse off than I feared.
Alright, calm down. This kind of talk is best held in private. Let's go to an inn. I have a few ideas for how we could get into the castle. For one, I could build a flying machine and we'd fly to the top.
That's great. How soon can you get it ready?
Just 1 week. That's too long! Jeez, most people would be impressed I could build a flying contraption in a week. There's also a secret underground canal we could use.
That could work.
I'll tell you about it tomorrow. It's late, so we should rest up when we can. Plus, I do my best problem solving in my sleep.
Well, I guess we can spare a night.
But no more! I'll be staying in the room next door. Bart, you can stay with me. There's so much I'd like to quiz you about.
But the fate of the world!
Yeah. Good night, Gail.
Yeah, Thomas doesn't care about the fate of the world. Look how much we spent so much time not coming over here. I can understand his reasoning right now.
Huh? Hello, Sir Knights. Can I help you with something? Ow! You're hitting me!
Gail, wake up! It's terrible! Soldiers broke into our room and dragged Thomas away. I knew the castle had been infiltrated by evil aliens. If he were here right now, I'd tell him, I told you so! Gail, we need to sneak into the castle to meet the king. Maybe we'll save Thomas while we're at it. For now, I suggest we investigate this secret underground canal that Thomas spoke of. Surely someone from the local population can tell us about it? From now on, if you'd like to talk to me, you can do so from the quest menu. Well, let's make use of that. So, as he said, select Bart's head from the quest menu, and he talks to you and tells you about things that are currently going on. And I believe he also acts as your, what was I supposed to last be doing, hint system, in case it's been a while since you last played. Doofus, Thomas getting captured has complicated things. We must sneak into the castle, both to rescue Thomas and to meet with the king. Thomas spoke of an underground canal passageway. Maybe the citizens near the castle know something. So, we need to go talk to some citizens near the castle. Ooh, let's actually talk to these people first. Soldiers just barged in and dragged a man in a white lab coat away. It's absolutely dreadful. Was he a friend of yours? Perhaps it was misunderstanding. I'd ask around at the guard station. Maybe you can bail him out. Seems there's an intense struggle. There's broken glass everywhere. But don't worry, I cleaned everything up. You may safely enter. And this is the Deluxe Room, whereas Thomas took the Deluxe Room for himself. Well, we're going to end things off here by showing off how this fountain works. You play a song. You hear that sound. Okay, you kind of want to sit right there at the middle just to get all the stuff. But you get a nice chunk of Rin. However, if you play the same song twice, nothing happens. You only get money for each individual song that you play. However, you can use that to, again, fund all the things that we've been trying to do this episode. With that, thank you all very much for watching, and take care.